Hello, this is Amy Watson-Turner. I am the CEO of Fox Islands Electric Cooperative. This presentation is designed to help you understand FIEC's capacity charge, proposed effective on April 1st, 2025. Energy and capacity are two different concepts. Fox Islands Electric currently bills energy based on the total kilowatt hours a customer uses each month. Capacity is the maximum energy that customer uses during the month. When the customers use energy matters just as much as the total amount they use, and Fox Islands Electric has to prepare for both. For example, let's compare two residential customers. Customer 1 comes home from work, cooks dinner, and then watches TV. Customer 2 also comes home from work and cooks dinner, but they like to turn on the TV and watch it while they cook. Both customers are using the same amount of energy, but they are using two different levels of capacity. The utility system needed to serve customer 1 is smaller and much less expensive than the utility system that's needed to serve customer 2. The cost to serve each customer is different even though they're using the same appliances and the same kilowatt hours of energy. Our second example compares two businesses. Business 1 and Business 2, for the sake of simplicity of this example, have just one appliance, in this case a motor. Business 1 runs its motor 5 times a day. Business 2 runs its motor only once a day. Business 1 uses more energy. Because of the multiple times that they run their motor, they will have a higher energy charge and use more kilowatt hours. However, both customers have the same capacity because at any one time during the day, they are both running just one motor and use the same level of kilowatts as they run that motor. So while Business 1 will pay a higher energy charge, both customers have the same capacity and they cost Fox Islands Electric the same to serve them at any one time. Fox Islands Electric charges customers for energy at the cost of generating that energy. At this time, Fox Islands Electric is proposing to charge customers for capacity as well, or their maximum use during Fox Islands Electric's peak load. So let's take a look at what makes up that peak load. The cube on this slide represents Fox Islands Electric's peak load. On August 21st, 2024 at 6:45 p.m., Fox Islands Electric peaked at 2.4 megawatts, being delivered to its customers at one time. It's interesting to note that in 2018, the peak load was only 2 megawatts. Our peak load is growing faster than our overall electric sales, which are only really increasing about 1% annually. So all of Fox Islands Electric customers make up the peak load. You could say they're represented by each little square within the cube. It follows then that all of Fox Islands Electric customers should pay for the system that's needed to deliver the peak load as it increases. System capacity is almost synonymous with ability. When we talk about capacity, we're talking about the ability to deliver the highest amount of energy customers could need without prior notice. Fox Islands Electric needs to be able, with its infrastructure, to deliver the greatest amount of energy customers could need, even though we don't know when lights are going to be turned on, when equipment will be used, when appliances will be started. Based on peak load data, historically, Fox Islands Electric anticipates that it will have a peak load by 2030 of about 3 megawatts. So it's this level of delivery and infrastructure that is considered in Fox Islands Electric's construction plan to make sure that the utility is able to deliver the power in a reliable manner. It's also important to note the time of Fox Islands Electric's peak load. The historic peak load was in February of 2023 of 2.5 megawatts. The load each month, though, is usually delivered daily between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. And this is the time when Fox Islands Electric customers collectively use the most power. Therefore, that's also the basis for sizing the system and infrastructure upgrades that are needed to keep up with the increasing peak load. The proposed capacity charge introduces the concept that each customer should pay for the fixed cost of the system that serves their needs, the customer's share being determined by their contribution to Fox Islands Electric system peak each month. The proposed capacity charge also separates some of the system's fixed cost from the variable kWh delivery rate, in recognition that the cost of the system is not directly tied to how much it is used or the way that it's used by each customer. We also need to recognize that Fox Islands Electric must build and maintain the system, even if energy use nets to 0 kilowatt hours and no delivery costs are applied to the bill, which is common with net energy billing arrangements. As a nonprofit electric cooperative, Fox Islands Electric customers should pay for the availability and use of the electric system. In our current rates, the more kilowatt hours you use, the more you paid for Fox Islands Electric fixed cost. This used to work because the kilowatt hour represented your total use of the system. Customers who use more kilowatt hours use more of the system. Customers who use less paid less and cost less for Fox Islands Electric to serve them. But this really no longer works with our current technology and way of life, as well as our seasonal population. So the proposed capacity charge recognizes that the system serves everyone, and everyone should pay for how much of the capacity of the system that they use, what level of system is available to them at any one time, having the system there when you want to use it, at any time to serve your needs. Fox Islands Electric hopes that this capacity charge will encourage customers to reduce their peak use between the hours of 5 and 8 o'clock p.m. and to use energy more efficiently, which is going to help Fox Islands Electric better plan for infrastructure investments, decrease energy costs and line losses, and ensure the reliable operation of our nonprofit electric system, which benefits the North Haven and Vinyl Haven communities.